The Trump administration has proposed changes for Department of Housing and Urban Development permanent housing programs. The proposal would shift responsibility to states instead of the federal government. Now 20 states are suing. Madison Schlegel joins us in the studio with more.
Hi, Janet. Housing and urban development advocates across Hampton Roads are preparing for possible funding shifts. We spoke with the Norfolk Department of Housing and Community Development and the United Way of the Virginia Peninsula. Charvela West is the CEO of United Way of the Virginia Peninsula. She breaks down how the proposed changes impact money distribution.
In the next year's budget, what the federal government will do with those funds is, instead of granting them to our regional coalitions that do the work, they're going to grant the funds to the state as a block grant.
The National Alliance to End Homelessness did a study projecting how much money areas could lose. The study projects Virginia Beach and the peninsula might lose over $1.5 million in funding for permanent housing. In the Norfolk, Suffolk, Chesapeake, and Isle of Wight area, they expect a loss of over $3 million. West says those gaps will continue to grow.
A lot of it is a shift, and we will see this shift play out over the next 2 or 3 years as we develop a new normal as a country.
Jackie Wiggins, who does federal program management for Norfolk's Department of Housing and Community Development, says their staff has been in conversation about what it would mean for funding to come from the state instead of the federal government.
At this point, we're just considering that conjecture for the most part until the federal government makes their decisions.
Wiggins says the aim of the office is to create access to affordable housing, but Wiggins says her team can't do that job without the local nonprofits. And if the proposal for HUD funding passes, they're going to rely on those groups even more.
We're going to depend on our community partners that is, to drive this, to tell us what the needs are, what they're seeing.
The Norfolk Department of Housing and Community Development says its team is also making changes to their HUD grants. They're hosting a meeting a week from tomorrow to talk about those changes with community members. Madison Schlegel, 13 News Now.
Yeah, and that public meeting for Norfolk HUD grant application changes will be Thursday, December 4th at 6 p.m. at the Slover Library.